Hi, this is Paul from Outerloop Coaching and outerloopcoaching.com. This week I'm here to talk to you about whether you should record an EP or an album. First, make sure you go to outerloopcoaching.com, download Mike Mowry's The Music Management Primer. It's free, it's up there for you, it's waiting for you. Come get it. If you're listening to this on the Managemental Podcast, be sure to go over to the Outerloop Records YouTube page so you can subscribe, like these videos, maybe comment, participate in some discussion. Good place to be. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to the Managemental Podcast so that every week you can get great information, not only from little old me, but from Blasco and Mike Mowry, who've got awesome 21st century modern music business information you can apply to your career every single day. Okay, so let's get to it. Should you record an album or an EP? Here's the answer. Unless a record label is paying the bills because they think that they can sell your album, record the EP. I got 5 reasons why. Here we go. One at a time. First, number 1, you will learn how to release recordings better each time you do it. So do it more often. Now, this doesn't matter whether you are putting stuff out on a record label or doing it yourself. It still is something you will learn. There is something you will learn every single time you go through a release cycle. Humbly recommending the Release It Right program from Outerloop Coaching right here. But you will learn a little bit more about how to do it the right way every time you do it. So don't put everything on an album. Break it up. Make it 2 or 3 EPs. I promise you the third EP will do better than the first because you will have learned so much about how to release your recordings the right way from having done it before. Okay, number 2, you want to build some anticipation in your fans. If you put out a full album, that's all they're going to want to hear from you for the next 2, maybe even 3 years because you've given them so much. Might as well stay really present in their mind while still putting out music that they can consume. Do it more often in the form of an EP so they'll come back wanting more and wanting more and wanting more. By the time you're ready to put out an album, you should have your fans begging for one. Number 3, spend what you would have spent in the recording studio over all those extra hours recording a full album. Spend that on a producer. I talked about this last week, so make sure you go back if you haven't heard. But a producer is crucial to your recordings, so make sure you use one. Use the money that you'd spend on a full album. Instead, do an EP and use the money that would be the difference on a producer. Okay, number 4, you don't have enough good songs yet. And even if you do, save a couple for all those record labels that are going to be banging down your door trying to get you to sign with them. You want to be able to say, yeah, you thought that was good? Listen to this. And have some more songs that are maybe even better than anything you've done before. Have them in your pocket. It'll help you when you're negotiating your first or second or third record label deal. It's huge for your career if you have something that a record label thinks that they can sell. And if you've got something real, as in real songs you've already written, maybe even already recorded, but you haven't put out yet, that is more valuable than promises that I've got more songs for you. The record label will absolutely love it. Okay, number 5. Songs matter more than song collections. This is even more true today when everybody's consuming their music one song at a time on Spotify playlists and other streaming sites and YouTube videos. The song collections just don't matter as much anymore. Yes, it is still really great when your booking agent is able to sell the promoters and all the markets you want to go to because you're out promoting a full album, and that will help that. But if you don't have a booking agent and you don't have a country's worth of promoters waiting for you to call, it doesn't matter. You might as well just do a couple songs at a time, 3 songs at a time, 4 songs at a time. You don't need a full album. So there you go. 5 reasons why you should be recording an EP and not an album. Did I convince you? If you're watching on YouTube, put down in the comments down below. Yes, I convinced you. No, I didn't. I'd love to know. Next week, let's move on beyond the pre-recording process and the recording studio. Let's talk a little bit about what you're going to do with your recordings. Next week, we're going to talk about 3 things that you need to consider, but you probably haven't, about what needs to happen with your cover art. So be sure to come back next week, wherever you're getting this from, and check that out. This is Paul from Outerloop Coaching and Outerloopcoaching.com, and I'm signing out. I'll see you next week.